Hello, happy Friday. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm back to using my mic. I'm back in my space. Check, mic, check. Yes, okay, Mona, thank you. You have no idea, Mona. I was just getting myself situated and I'm like, oh my God, I didn't have time to check IG to see if Mona's even available. Am I flying solo today? And I had that mini moment of like, oh my gosh, I may be solo. And when I saw the chat and I saw Mona, I was like, booyaka, Mona. I just had to put that out there because, man, you give me so much peace. I am just so thrilled that you're able to join us, Mona. Of course, everybody else, también. También means too for Nicola, who's doing a great job with her Spanish. Yay! And of course, happy Friday. I'm Giovanna. I felt the need to introduce myself for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe we'll have some new folks joining and they should know who I am. What else? What else? Oh my gosh, guys, there is so much going on. First, I want to say hello to Nicola CJ. I see Josh in the house. I see Amana. Hello, Amana. Love to see you again as well. Aaron in the house. Shaura. Oh, that's a cool name. I'm not saying it right though. Shaura. Shaura. Oh my God, I know it's beautiful. I don't know if I can pronounce it at this point with the pressure. Nikhil, Molly, Rodrigo, what's up? Oh my gosh, amazing to have everybody here. So I am, of course, trying to get my head back attached to my body. It's been a whirlwind the last few weeks. Anybody who has been around has known that I am just been but I'm good, thankfully. Thank you. Everything is well and great, and I just love that. Still checking. I just love to be back here, like in our space, and I'm just really feeling grateful. I'm really feeling like I'm still situating myself. Can you tell? I'm like, I want this, I not that, but so so much to talk about, guys. I was gonna start out by saying, buckle in and buckle up. Let's do this, guys. It's Friday. We're in our last couple Fridays of 2022, y'all. 2022 is gonna be. Ooh, I skipped a breath. I got a little too excited, apparently. I saw that Angela joined. I was like, I gotta. That was weird, but it happens. Um, yeah, last couple Fridays of 2022. We're about to welcome a new year, 2023. A lot has happened in this year, as they always do. Life is life, and we continue to ride it out the best we can with hopefully a smile in our face, despite sometimes not feeling the wish or desire to smile. That's okay. It's not fake it till you make it, because I'm not a fan of that thinking. I don't know why, but it feels fake. And I don't want fake. I want real. I want real feelings. I want real truth. I want real living. I never use the word authentic, but I feel like I need to right now because I finally get what that is, right? I don't want fake. No faking till you make it. It's kind of like find a reason to smile and it'll happen naturally. And there's always a reason to smile. We are so blessed in this life for having life. And I think that's going to be a recurring theme throughout this live, because life is meant to be lived. And some of us aren't living it right now. And so that is going to be a component. And I hope that's okay. I want to preface it by saying that there may be some trigger warnings in this live. That is okay. If it's too much for you, just please respect what your body's telling you, respect what you want to where you want to be. If you need to retract from this live at any point because of where I am kind of thinking I'm going, I always write my little notes, and just because it's where my headspace is, just because this is where I want to bring you in, if you feel so comfortable and open to it, I absolutely respect that always. So I am just so blessed, grateful, and honored to be here with you all today on this Friday, December 16th, 2022. I feel the need to mark that because we are there. We're not quite there at the finish line. We still have a couple weeks that we can do a lot with. We can finish strong despite you thinking that it's over. Guess what? It ain't over till the fat lady sing. What? And I don't really sing, but I sang. No, I can't sing because then it's over. No, I'm not gonna sing. But it's just been a whirlwind. Life has been a whirlwind, and that's what I want to get into. I see Ralitza has joined. I said Rodrigo, but you just popped up right there, so I had to say hello. And so Vias, welcome. I was in the hood and I was like, ooh, imagine if I run into Vias. One day we're gonna have to make that happen. He's in the LA area. And for all my LA peeps, I would love to make that happen. And maybe, I don't know how much information I can give out today. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Am I having to filter a couple little things? I will have to, but you'll see why, and you'll know next week-ish. But there are certain things I do respect because they're not my stories or secrets to share. So I wait until the proper person shares them, and then I go in and I'm like, yeah, that's just, in my opinion, the better route to go because I don't like to be the starter of um drama. No drama, please. I feel like I need a little more blush. I'm sorry, but I feel like I want rosier cheeks. um okay, so wow. Okay. Let's just get centered here, y'all. Let's just take a deep breath. I love that so many of you are here with us today. It's Friday before the holidays or during the holidays, and it's a busy time. So I do not take lightly that you are sharing this beautiful time here with me, with us. So, um, Oh my gosh, there's so much on my brain. I don't know what direction I'm going to go in. Hence the reason why I prefaced it by saying to buckle in and buckle up because I don't know where this is going, but that's what I love about these moments with you. That's what I love about our Fridays, right? So, as a lot of you may know, I went home for the holidays and I didn't know I was gonna go home, like to my island home, right? And so that was a surprise. So I haven't shared any photos from my trip. You saw a couple if you caught the community post where I was like, I'm going live. I posted a few because I still got to go back and post some of them. It's just my trip was very unexpected in the most beautiful way. And I accept that because it was what it was, and it is what it is. And I can only ride that out with as much grace as I can have for whatever's going on in my life and those lives I care about around me. So, a lot of you may know I went home because my dear, most beloved uncle, who I have always loved dearly, have treasured to the nth degree. He was like the uncle, like, the person that like lights up the room and like brings joy. And you're like, oh my gosh, he was that in our life, in our family, in our upbringing, like my upbringing. I have lots of memories with him because I moved around so much. I don't have lots of memories with all my uncles, but with him, he was the person that like reached out and he made sure that like we knew he was there, and he took us out as little kids, and my cousins were all the same age. So it's that uncle, right? So it's like truly they're all special, but this one, just one of those humans. You know what I mean, okay? So I say that because you know there are moments that are difficult in life, especially going through um experiencing someone else's grief during this time of transition, death, right? And I'm going to try not to sugarcoat stuff. Y'all are my younglings. Y'all know how I talk. Y'all know that, I mean, no disrespect. So hopefully, I don't say anything that does disrespect anybody, but that's just how I'm going to speak. Um, I'm going to speak my truth and my words because they're mine. And that's a sign of thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Um, Oh, Nicola, authentic is a fabulous word. I agree. I just didn't always know what it meant. I know. It's thrown around a lot, and we can understand the word at its surface level of like authenticity. But to know what that means in the heart and in the self, that is and has been part of my journey. And so it's only recently that I can say, like, oh, I get what authentic means. Not just to say it, but to mean it. And that is probably why I never used the word, because it didn't feel real to me, to my lips, to my language, to my form of speaking, to my dialect, to my, being. It just didn't feel authentic to me. But now it's kind of like, shall I say I graduated a little bit? And those are the moments we want in life when we graduate. Not to rush the graduation, but acknowledging and appreciating that there has been a graduation. Oh my God, I can talk about that so much. Oh my God, I can talk about that so much. Thank you, Nicola, for introducing me um, and my feelings towards that word, and how I now feel very differently about it as like I used to. So that is like really wicked cool, y'all. I don't know. I hope you got something out of that. What it means for you is that perhaps you can shortcut your journey of getting to your authentic self, of getting to authenticity, of getting to feeling real, and being okay with your real. And that nobody else has to impose themselves into your real. I hope you follow that. Oh, I love it. I love it. Y'all are incredible. See, I told you, brace yourself because I have no idea where this is going. So, of course, being in Dominican Republic, being on my island was like an incredible year-end treat that I was not expecting. Luckily, I traveled with my passport. That's the only way I was able to leave the country to take my parents, who are older. And my dad turned 90 years old right before it hasn't even been Christmas, right before Thanksgiving, and he turned 90. So we were celebrating him. We were celebrating my parents, who celebrated 55 years of being married. They've known each other like almost 60 years, and that's how long my mom has known my uncle. So like for her, it was like her brother. And so we were celebrating my parents' 55th anniversary, wedding anniversary, and we had just purchased from the four daughters, for both of the celebrations. We had just purchased two TVs. One in the living room and one in the like family room, because they had just moved. They didn't have TVs. They moved like in July, and their TVs, whatever. The point is that it was a day of celebration. It was a week of celebration. We were putting up the Christmas lights outside. My dad, again 90, he still insists on getting up on ladders. And we're like, no, don't get up on that ladder. So we pull him down, but he still wants his house decorated for the holidays. And Oscar is in Florida with us. He had joined us after he was working all week. And I'm just trying to like paint the picture of what we were celebrating. We were celebrating love, birthdays, life. We're celebrating so many things, and we're all having such a great time on those two TVs. Well, on one, we were gonna play my film for my parents for the first time. Got in salsa, available on demand anywhere you like to demand. We were gonna watch. They didn't know, it was a surprise that my sisters and I, we were gonna, on their first day of having their big screen, huge flat screen. They had like a big Wonka Wonka before that, but anyway, we're gonna watch my film God Inside. So I know many of you have seen it, and it was really special to me that I could watch it with my family because there aren't many opportunities for me to do that, being 3,000 miles away. So as we're doing all this, we're singing carols, we're doing all this, we get the news. We get the news that we need to get to DER now. What the freak? That's not down the street. And if any of you know about international travel, it's not that easy and it's not that cheap, especially during the holidays. So we're like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? Okay, celebrations have stopped. And we're like, in like, what the heck mode. And we're like, what the heck? And every sister, we're four girls in my family, every sister took a job. My one sister was consoling my father. My other sister was consoling my mother. The other sister was finishing dinner. We were just about to have dinner. And I know I have my passport. And I am the sister that goes, Mom, Dad, if you need to go, I'll go with you now. And they're like, I'm like, let's go. They're like, what? I'm like, let's go. I'm like, Oscar, do you mind if I go to DR with my parents? I have to take them. My dad's 90, you know? He's like, what? No, you go. I'm like, you want to go? He's like, no, I can't. I got to go back to work. I can't take that many more days off. I'm like, okay, you don't mind? No, go. Okay. This is literally the conversation Oscar and I had in the garage as we were deciding we got to go to DR. I know there's a lot happening in the chat, but I really just, there's a point to all this madness. I told you to buckle in, stay buckled in. And so, my mom, my dad are like, what? We weren't expecting, no, Sherlock, we weren't expecting this, but we got to move. So my other side of what I do really, 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 really well is I'm really, 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 really good at booking travel. I'm really good at it. I love doing it. It's a pain in the butt sometimes, but I'm really good at it. So I used to be a travel agent too. So sometimes I have some ins. Not to save money, but I do save money. But you need whatever. Anyway, the point is, staying on path here. The point is that tickets are really expensive. They're like $2,500 American dollars per person one way. And my internet better not get wonky. Anyway, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's, what is that? $7,500 to get to Dominican Republic, which is like 2.5 hours from Florida during the holidays, one way. And then we have to get back. And then we have a hotel. It was expensive, y'all. But anyway, it wasn't. That's not what we paid. Let me tell you something, because remember, I'm good at this. Anyway, so there's no flights that we can get from where my parents live in Jacksonville. We'd have to go to New York, which is up for any of you who aren't following. Go up 3 hours towards New York and then come back. It would be a 24-hour trip. All the flights I'm finding are 24-hour trips. Everything we're finding is ridiculous. Like 24 hours, like in the car and this, whatever I did, it was not working out and it was really expensive, right? So finally, I finagle and I get it down where we're able to go. Listen to this, for $1,500. I had to give you the price comparison. I brought it down by like $6,000. Right? Yeah, $6,000. Math is not my strong suit. I just know how to save. And I got us down to flying out of getting whatever. The point is, we had two layovers, 3 hours, 3 hours, two layovers. It was a 24-hour trip to get to Dominican Republic from Jacksonville. I did travel with my parents for 24 hours, and that was intense. And that was intense, and that was intense. So for any of you who know that, like, I've been behind on social, I've been behind on everything, it's because my travels wonked me out. So needless to say, we get to DR, um, wishing it was under much better circumstances, of course. However, I hadn't been to my island in several years. My island. I'll share it, but right now it's my island. Um, and I hadn't seen my family in so long. So we get there, and it was, how do I explain this? As difficult as it was pure joy. Who would think or thunk that? Under the grieving, under the circumstances that they were, we all had pure joy. It boggled my mind to the nth degree. And I say this because death can be very difficult. The process of it can be very difficult depending on how long or how short or what happens, how much you suffer, how much others suffer. It's a process, and it's meant to be a process. And there have been processes in my past. 222, what? Already? It's lesson time. I haven't even gotten into the chat. I've just been talking about, okay. Wow. Wow. All right, y'all. Mona, Angela, if you're still there, I'm gonna go to the end, and then I'm gonna come back because I need to make sure everybody's okay, everybody's good. Okay, we are talking about our own personal um, 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 achievements in the chat. 2 months sober, Aaron. Bless your heart. You got this. You keep going, and I'll keep celebrating you along the way, and we'll be all cheering you on. I hope you know that. I hope you feel that. I hope you trust that. There is lots going on. Oh my gosh. Anybody who had to leave, my love, thank you for being here. There's always a replay. Um, there's a lot going on. Wow. Lucas, hello. Mona, thank you. Because now I want to go into thank you for greeting everybody who's new. What? And for protecting us from those who need not be here. So y'all, Joe Cupid. Wow. Wow. Guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for saying hello to each other. Thank you for welcoming each other in a world that sometimes we may not feel as welcomed in. Thank you for being in a place that you can welcome others and welcome yourself and be here and be now. This is just joy. The joy of what is, the joy of what can be, the joy of releasing what isn't meant for you. And so okay, in silly Giovanna fashion. Okay, I'm 2 minutes late on my lesson. But in order to give you my lesson, I have to read from my book, and my book is across the way. Is it okay? May I ask for permission? Is it okay that I go get my book real quick? It'll take me 0.05 seconds if I don't trip over the wires. I just don't like getting off camera when I'm on camera, but I really have something to share. Chica, thank you. I got a yes. So if it's okay, I am just gonna go. Okay, CJ, thank you. Wait 1 second. You guys are amazing. Thank you. Where is it? Where is it? And I kicked myself because yesterday, as I was filming, thank you guys, do your business. You're awesome, Chica. Yesterday, as I was filming, and I still have to talk about, I still have to talk about that, guys. Oh my gosh, my trip. And then I came back and I just started filming right away. So today, being with you is my first day off in many, many, many weeks, that I can be here and be with you. And so anyway, I saw Dhar yesterday. And I meant to give him a copy of my book, but I was so excited to start talking with him. I'm like, oh my gosh. And I started talking. And he's like, which video are you working on? And I told him, and I was with my TV husband, Armando, not real husband, TV land husband. That's Armando. My real husband is Oscar, and they like love each other. It's amazing. Armando was at my wedding, and Oscar is just like, how's Armando? So it's really wicked cool to have that kind of like those kinds of relationships, right? So um 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 yes, Armando too. We're in this one video. However, I was filming two videos, my loves, at the same time. I had never done that in my 3.5-ish years of Darman. I have never filmed two videos simultaneously. It was bonkers. It was amazing. Shane, welcome. I've seen some Miss Shash. Abby does Mayor message you. I saw Mayor. I saw Colin. There was a bunch of us there yesterday, guys. It was so amazing. And I saw Dhar, which is like a rare sighting. And I was like, Dhar! And he's like, Giovanna! And it was just so cool. So I forgot to give him a copy of my book. I gotta get better about that. I want like this book out in the world, and I gotta get better about getting it out to the world. And now that you know, life is a little bit more whew, whew. No, you could be, I love busy. I love busy. Not complaining about busy ever. I love busy. But there's moments. We gotta have our moments as well. So that being said, my wow, my 22-minute lesson doesn't seem like the lesson I want to give anymore. How do I do that? How do I do that where it's my lesson has changed? Guys, this is happening live. This has never happened to me before where my lesson has changed at minute 22. Wow, this is interesting. CJ. I'm like, yeah, go ahead, ask your question. And then I see your question, and I'm like, you're hysterical, CJ. Y'all, Mona, you're awesome. Mona's got the chat. I'm just so grateful. Anyway, so I wanted to take this time, this opportunity, because I think it is important. And my short-ish intro about my trip to Dominican Republic and how I felt going through my process with my cousins about, what we experienced is somewhat of a segue into what I want to talk about. So I am going to talk about what my minute 22 lesson was and will remain to be because I think it is important. That being said, I want to take a moment to also have a moment of silence and have a moment of love and have a moment of appreciation for Twitch. And I don't know if you're familiar with Twitch. You may or likely heard. Twitch was a dancer. He started out as a dancer and he went through his later years that we witnessed publicly as just a source of joy and a source of joy and a source of entertainment for years. And Twitch, if you may or may not know, he was a DJ and dancer on Ellen DeGeneres show. And I first fell in love with Twitch. I didn't know him personally, but I followed him from the very first audition he had on So You Think You Can Dance. As many of you know, I was a dancer, so watching these dance competitions was really big part of my life, when especially when they were first being introduced. And I lived in Miami and I was dancing, and I just watched these dancers in awe because I wanted to be like them. So I just remember Twitch from the very first moment. If you aren't familiar with Twitch, you may want to do a quick Google search if you can on another device so that you can get a visual representation of who I'm speaking about. Um, and it's not just Twitch. It is so many people in our world, in our lives, who have struggles. Well, really, actually, it's more accurate to say everyone. Quite honestly, everyone has struggles or has had or will have. And that is just a reality of what life is. Not that it is a struggle, but that you will have struggles. And that is a big distinction, because you can brace life really hard, like I did for decades, for many years, and that will make life a struggle. Or you can accept and understand that you will have struggles and welcome the opportunity to overcome that struggle. And that, to me, is life and living. Life is meant to be lived. Life is meant to be enjoyed. Life is meant to learn and experience and grow and, in my opinion, have fun. And there are moments where life is not fun. That is a fact. We all go through difficult times. Um, and so I wanted to take a moment to acknowledge all the people who may either be in that state, have been in that state, or perhaps give you a little bit of just love for when you may find yourself in that place again. I, right now, am very happy. I am not faking it. I'm not lying. I'm not putting it on because I have to. I'm not minimizing it or maximizing it. This is me right now. And Nicola, thank you for introducing me, or opening me up with talking about authenticity and how I know this is me right now, right? But I didn't always know that. And so I love when these lives come back and kind of, boomerang back and, to a previous conversation, because it just goes to show how much can happen in just 1 hour. We're 33 minutes in, and just 1 hour, how we've cycled through all these different places, and how, in my opinion, I'll speak for myself, how beautiful it's been, because we've experienced life in many different little slices of life in these 33 minutes together. And I love that we can do this together. And I love that there is this beautiful opportunity to be community comes up, but I feel like this is so special. Like, community's too big and broad. I know CJ has always said our Friday family, and that feels very, very true. However, I feel like there's something more. I have this lovely, beautiful connection with you all here that it just feels almost like, I don't know, I can't come up with a word. One day we shall if we need to. But so um I want to talk about a page in my book, Teen Anxiety No More. And CJ, I see that. Remember, I got you, and I'll talk more about that. I'll DM you about that. So the prepared Giovanna would have the page marked as I'm going through my book. That would be the prepared Giovanna. However, sometimes Giovanna is unprepared. It's been a wacky week. I started to give you a little bit. And so, as always, I'm just winging it. But there is this chapter in my book that I feel the need because Twitch has reminded us this week, the last couple days, that, there are people who are struggling. And our job as humans who care for these people who may or may not be struggling is to check in. It is to check in and be sincere about checking in. And sometimes we don't know how to check in, or sometimes we're too busy to check in. The important thing is that people feel you when you're there, right? So in this book, chapter 7, it has this cool little graphic, and it says, caution, feeling depressed or why bother? And this chapter talks about my own struggles when I was at the very deepest, darkest moments in my life. As there's an ice cream truck passing by my house. It's getting louder and louder. I'm just so grateful that while I was saying my vows in my yard, that thing didn't go through because that was a concern of mine. So, thank you, Nicola. Send a message to a loved one, a friend, asking how they are, and share with them how grateful you are to have them in your life. Beautifully said. And in my book, I talk about what my process was. And throughout the book, I give you how I had to go through my difficult times. And that is this love letter to you, my younglings. And there's this little poem I came up with. It's a tiny little, just, saying. And I want to read it to you now because I feel like if we find ourselves in these difficult moments, we can remember this. This is now, not forever. I am strong and I am resilient. I am on my own fun ride, and I will get there when I do. I am curious about the clues that lie ahead, and I am happy along the way. I appreciate everything I came here to see, experience, and learn. I can do this. I will do this. I am on the scenic route. And in this space, I wanted the reader to sign it and date it. And I say that because through my struggles, that's what I needed. I needed that reminder that this is what I'm feeling right now. This is what I'm feeling today. This may be what I'm feeling tomorrow. Even if it's ongoing, this is now. It's not always. Don't give up on yourself, on others, on your life, on your legacy, on your opportunities, on your lessons, on your opportunity to teach your lessons. Because I think about that in moments like this where it's so hard to understand what someone who's seemingly looking at had so much going for. But you don't know what he was struggling with. And this is an opportunity to remember that yes, this was a decision he made. This was what he went through with. And in this, for any of you who don't know, we are talking about ending your own life, suicide. So, like I said, if this is a trigger warning for anybody in here, I said this earlier, I'll repeat it for anybody who's new joining us. Suicide is a real thing. Suicide is unfortunate, but it is a real thing. And I would not be here today if I didn't push myself to go through my own inner challenges. And guess what? None of us would be. We've all had so many trials and tribulations and loss and sadness and grief. And that is part of it. It is part of it to feel that darkness. Because in those moments, you learn who you are. In those moments, you create who you want to be. In those moments, life grants you your wishes because you are strong enough and you persevered and you decided to make the strong choice to continue. Whew. I told you. I was going to go there. I am going there. And I want to go there because it is important that we all understand that this is a reality. It's a sadness and it's a loss for this world. Because in this example of Twitch, in the example of Anthony Bourdain, in the example of Kate Spade, in the example of Robin Williams, these are the big images we know and have grown to love because they've been in the public eye and we've witnessed it. But behind those celebrity names, there are millions that we don't know about. So in these opportunities where a public figure has given us this opportunity to have this discussion, I'm going to take it. And not in any way, shape, or form to do wrong, but to do right. And to have the difficult discussions, the difficult conversations that we must have in this world. So should you know somebody who has, or somebody who has shared with you that they've thought of it, I feel very strongly about this topic because it is also the reason why I wanted to do the film God in Salsa. It has an element about opening the dialogue about this reality about suicide. And I need to say the word. I need to say the word because it is important that we understand that sometimes people feel that that is their only option. And it's not the only option. And I'm not here to judge what that option is either. It is not my place to make judgments on what Twitch Robin Williams. I need a tissue. Robin Williams, Kate Spade, or Anthony Bourdain. Again, the big names we know decided to do. I am not here to judge because I don't want to be judged. So, for any of you who have seen God in Salsa, thank you for saying that, Nicola and Mona. And I know you, Ninja Keith, who has joined us. Hello. Have watched it. And we do talk about that element. So I say this because if you know somebody and you don't know what to do, hello, how can you know what to do? Nobody knows what to do in these situations. There's guidance and there's there's guidance and there's suggestions, but then there's other ways as well. And if it's just you pick up my book to read chapter 7 to someone, if it's, you watch a movie such as God in Salsa to get a sense of what maybe you can do to help, or maybe what you can guide that person to do to help them, that is the message and the lesson I wanted to share today, that we can do our part in just talking and listening. And that is huge. It's huger than any of us might ever know. And I believe strongly in that. So, in this chapter 7, I also give you other ways on how you can help anybody that you know or may know at some point in the future, on how to go through this process and how to be there. And I also put sources, and as you will know, that I'm calling 988 988lifeline.org, that is a place for information and professional advice, because I am certainly not a professional. I don't I told you I needed to share. I don't ever attest to being an expert. I just speak from my heart and I tell you what I've learned and how I see things. And this is my perspective, my opinion, my experience. I just want to help anybody who has found themselves or can find themselves in sitular. What is sitular? Let's break this one down. Sitular. Similar, sitular, and situations. Similar situations. I've never done that one before. Sitular. I don't know if I can begin that one. I don't know how many people will adapt sitular. That is okay. These similar situations, sitular. I just want you to know that you're not alone, whether you're, unfortunately, I pray for you and keep you in my thoughts and prayers, in the situation, or whether you know someone perhaps in this situation. You're not alone. You're not alone. You're so not freaking alone. You can read my book and I can remind you of that over and over and over. How you're so not alone, because there's a reason I wrote about anxiety. I know it well for myself. So, wow, y'all, I just want to take a moment to kind of breathe into everything I shared. I know that it was a lot, and these are not the usual Fridays we have, but there's also a place for these Fridays. Withered Zetter, hello. Welcome back. This has been a different one, so you came in, kind of at the tail end of my minute 22 lesson, and you may not fully grasp what this live is turning out to be like, but I had a feeling because I knew I could have you all in this space. And hopefully, as we, each try to do good and better in this world, that we can pay it forward, we can pass it on, we can share with others, we can have the dialogues, we can not be afraid because it is um, fear that we want to not combat, but look at. Yeah, because I don't want to fight fear. It's a losing battle. I'm not going to fight my fear. I'm going to welcome it and I'm going to accept it. Because if you allow fear to rule your world, then that's how you're going to live. You're going to live afraid. And that is not how we are meant to live. We can have fear and experience fear, but that is not how we're meant to live. And I had to learn that also. You know, yes, I see that you've written this, and I think a couple times. And when you face setbacks, hold on, battery. Here it is. Oh my God, hold on. Battery. Yikes. Okay. Thank you for that little message, Apple. When you face setbacks, do not give up. Instead, use those failures as leverage to do even better next time. How beautiful, Vyas. I love that because setbacks will present themselves, and it's not what the setback is, it's how you go through it. And you've heard me say this often, you have to go through it to get to it. And past the setback, to use your word, Vyas, past the setback is where you want to be. Because that means you can look back and be like, I did that. I got it done. I got through that. I can get to this next thing and the next thing after that and the one that should follow and the one that's likely gonna follow after. So I am I love that, Nicola. You weren't upset because you failed. You were upset because you cared. That's really beautiful. And I hope you continue to carry that forward because it's true. Yeah, I love that. I'm going to try to stay in what I need to stay in today. So, wow. Yo estoy muy orgullosa de ti, Nicola. And I'll translate that. I'm very proud of you as well, Nicola. Oh, Withered, why'd you stop watching Dhar a few months ago? You're going to miss the 2 I did this week. Switching gears. I absolutely just want to thank you for allowing me to go there, for being here when I go there, for being able to hear what I said and still be here. That is amazing and that is powerful. And thank you for that because it's not an easy topic and it's not an easy conversation. And a lot of people sometimes don't want to have it. And so I just want to commend you for being so strong and so willing and so receptive because that's how you get more powerful. Is by not being afraid to have the hard conversations. That is a gift in this world to each and every single one of us. And it's important that we walk through it. So That being said, I just noticed it's minute 54. And I want to take a moment to switch gears. I have so much more on my little 2 pages. I have so much more, but I decided that that will be for a future live because we're going to lighten the mood a little bit right now. We can full circle acknowledge the joy that is here now amongst us, around us, um, together, and acknowledge that we are in a time of year where there's an opportunity to get together with people you love. There's an opportunity to, you know, kind of take the foot off the gas pedal a little bit and enjoy the remaining weeks of 2022. Um, so, wow, that whole time I don't think I was breathing. Sierra, welcome. I know I would love to do a live with Catherine and Shantae. I love that idea. We've spoken about it. Nicola, our schedules are really difficult to get a hold of one another. Ninja Keith, if it weren't for Giovanna, I wouldn't be able to do my YouTube channel. Ninja Keith, wow, thank you for that. I am so grateful that you have utilized us getting to know each other to do something that's good and right by you right now, what you want to do for you and for others. I believe it's going to be some cool, like tech unboxing mystery stuff that only Ninja Keith can speak to. So go check him out. For us, we shall continue to support one another, and oh my gosh, I feel like I still have so much to say. Oh my gosh, where has the time gone, y'all? Where has the time gone? I will spend the next few minutes, Mona, if you can. Um, 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 I don't think Shantae knows Spanish, to be honest with you, Nicola. I don't think she does. I've never spoken to her in Spanish. She looks like she could speak Spanish, but I don't think she does. Okay. Followers of Christ, welcome. Um, okay. Focus. See, I want to be in there with you guys, and I haven't even gotten to all your comments. But what I did do was I checked off a little box that says replay with live chat. And I was like, if I do that, I can go back. And I think that's probably why I wasn't in the chat so much, because I was like, I can go back and talk to y'all. But I know you all were with each other and loving on each other and supporting each other. And thank you for doing that while I am able to speak, because I can't speak and read at the same time. You know, it's kind of challenging to do that sometimes. Um, um, so my last few minutes here with you on this Friday, only on this Friday, which is nice to have the cherry blossoms grabbing my hair again. It feels good and just comfortable. And so I filmed 2 Dharman episodes simultaneously. I've never done that. And it was the most amazing thing. 2 very different roles than I've ever played on Darman, and you'll see what I mean. I don't know if they're gonna come out before the end of the year. I have a feeling like maybe not. They may be for the new year, so it may take a few weeks. Duh, yes, we only have a couple weeks. They need to edit and put it. It'll probably be in the new year. However, oh, you love the one with Avery White. Yeah, I love that one too, Rodrigo. That one was really fun. And playing Eddie's mom, that boy. He's growing up a little bit, but man, I keep wanting to be like, dude. Mm. But oh Mona, you're good girl. I'm here today. Hallelujah. Thank you, Mona. I'll respect your time. I'm not gonna go too bonkers over, but thank you for that little bit again of peace of mind, because it's really nice to just spend a couple minutes talking about what I know you all want to talk about. It's Darman. So yes, I would love to do a video with Jay and Mikey. I love everybody I work with. However, I would love to work with more of some of like I've never worked with Chaz. Like, hello. So um I have lots of people I still want to work with. And yes, Ninja Keith. So Ninja Keith subscribed to my IG subscription, which I started doing a few months ago and I shared here. But now I see this. Okay. And Ninja Keith subscribed, and because I've been traveling and I haven't been able to post as much, I was like, okay, I'm gonna give my subscribers a little bit of a behind the scenes at Darman. So I was able to get on the like video chat really quickly for like what, a minute and a half, because they're like, Giovanna. I'm like, okay, I gotta get back to my scene. That one in particular, I was filming with Armando. Um, I think I can say this. I thought Angeli was gonna be our daughter, but we had a new daughter and she was incredibly talented. This girl was no joke. I think 11 years old, so talented, so beautiful, amazing casting. And so you'll see how I played a different role. I'm nervous. You know me, I get nervous whenever I play a different role because I want life. You want to know how I said the word life? Because that wasn't the word I was gonna say. I saw Gigi Mermaid 1026 asking, is working on set stressful? And I said life, but there was no life there. Anyway, so I don't know why I said life, but um I guess I was thinking hashtag set life because I've used that hashtag this week. It was just bonkers. So yeah, I only had a couple minutes with Ninja, Keith, and a couple of my other subscribers that I was able to get in touch with because people are busy too. So set life is not stressful when you can just focus on the one thing you're focused on. But when you get distractions, it can be stressful. Gigi Mermaid, I love that question. That's a fantastic question. I don't think anyone has ever asked me that. It's only stressful. Like, okay, so yesterday I, for the first time, filmed two different videos in one day. I was two very different characters, y'all. And you'll see what I mean when they come out. In one, I was me, not me, because it's a character. In the second, I was not me, because it wasn't this. So in one of them, I decided to use make I decided to change my character. And so I've never done that where like I changed my character that drastically, like physically. And JC in the house. Did I see JC in the house? Yay, JC in the house. Catch the replay. I want you to watch the replay, JC. We missed you. I was gonna give you a shout out, but I was talking. But I saw that you weren't in the chat and we missed you, JC. So watch the replay. Anyway, um I know I miss Angeli in the Dhar videos too. She must be really busy. So I was talking about the two different characters I played on Darman this week. And yesterday, to answer your question, Miss 1026, Mermaid, I'll just call you Mermaid. It was stressful because I had to split my day. So I had to be one character, the more physically different character in the morning. And then I had to take that all off and go to my other character, two different studios. So I haven't done that in a long time in the sense that, like, pre COVID years, it was very normal to have different characters and be different people in one day and go from place to place, like you're physically moving from one studio to the other. It was quite common to do those things. But since COVID, since so much has been so different, I haven't had that experience. So it's been a few years and I'm a little rusty, going from one place to the other like I used to so easily. So it was stressful. And the first shoot ran late because we couldn't they added an extra scene, I guess, like an extra 3 pages. So we ran over so the other production couldn't start until I got there. And I was like, and the directors were amazing. They're like, how does it feel to feel in demand? And I was like, amazing. However, it did get a little stressful, and then it ended. We finished, and it was amazing. So you handle the stress, um, and you take it as the experience, and you work through it, and you're just like, okay, I got this. So next time it happens, um, I'll be less stressful. Oh my gosh, Abigail, nice to have you back. Lizzie Terry, welcome, welcome. I know it's been crazy busy. That's what we've been talking about, Lizzie Terry. So if you watch the replay, watch the replay because there are some messages I want everyone. And Lizzie, definitely watch this replay in particular, please, Lizzie, based on some of the conversations we've had, because in case it can help you help someone, I want you to have that in hopefully your tool belt. So Lizzie, my love, hello. Um, wow. Oh, Sierra, you're so cute. I don't take that lightly. I don't take that lightly. You are my favorite person, Giovanna. I don't take that lightly in a world where there are so many humans. It could be that I'm your favorite one right now or today and tomorrow. I'll take it. Thank you for saying that. That's beautiful. The holidays are coming. Yes, CJ, I'm excited, though I'm not ready for Christmas yet. We still haven't finished decorating, and my husband and I have been going like this. And we have a few more days because I have two more events this weekend. And so I'm telling you, this is like the little window of opportunity I had to come live with you guys. And I definitely needed to take take advantage of it because I don't know exactly when I may go live again in the next couple weeks because 'tis the season, y'all. And but I'm putting up videos. I'm still putting up videos. Look how different I look. I feel so different now that I like flipped my hair. That is so weird to me. I feel like a different person. Oh my god. Okay. um Oh, you're my favorite and you're number one, Giovanna. Jeez. Now you wonder why I don't want to get off. um, Giovanna deserves the love. We all do, my love, Nicola. We all do. Mona, it's been a whirlwind this last month. I told you since Halloween it was just gonna be a blur, and look, we're in the blur of what the year end is. So I don't know if this will be the last live. Probably the last day of the year, which is the Friday before the last day of the year. That I will have to go live with. I will want to be live with you for the last day of 2022. So that one I can pretty much guarantee. And I think that's not next week. The fall. Ay Dios mío, y'all. Ay Dios mío. I don't even know. It's Christmas next week. I have no idea. Um, CJ. Oh, yeah, CJ, I think Giovanna's a real influencer. Oh, Lalitza. We all deserve the world. And I say this because I receive your comments. They're so beautiful, but I also want to give them back to you because you all have incredible words in this chat every week. And I just want to commend you. You all are doing so incredibly, amazingly, stupendously awesome. You guys are doing incredible. Like, look, just take a moment. Okay, I'll save that for the last. I'll save that because I'm telling you, I told you to buckle in. I have a lot to say today. I'll save that one maybe for the last live of 2022. Although remember that week, right? That week, that Friday, right after Thanksgiving, where I was like, no, I'm not gonna go live. I need to go take care of some things for my parents. And I was like, it was all about my parents that weekend. Well, those 3 weeks ended up being, but anyway, um, um, I decided not to do a live on that Friday. And Oscar, my husband, was like, Giovanna, go live. I'm like, I can't, Oscar. I need to do this. I need to do that. We need to figure this out for my parents. Like, I was just in parent mode because I had moved in and I needed their home to feel like home because it didn't. It did not feel like home. So I wanted them to feel like when they come in, they're like, ah, I'm home. Like I get that when I come home. I'm like, oh, you know that feeling like, oh, this is my home. I'm happy to be home, right? Um, they didn't have that, right? They were like still in it was just a mess, right? Sorry, mom, dad, true. You know it. And so Oscar and I went and we're putting everything away. And he's like, Giovanna, do your life. I'm like, I need to feel up more. I feel very scattered. I feel very, I don't know if I can focus. I don't know if I have a lesson. Da, 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 da. And that morning I woke up with a lesson. That morning I woke up with my minute 22 lesson. And I was so exhausted from 2022, from writing and running around and filming, that it wasn't that I was exhausted. It was that my soul was exhausted. My soul was exhausted and I was just feeling depleted. This was before Thanksgiving. And while I was home and I was sleeping a little bit more and being with the family, I was like, wow, I was nurturing my soul. I was like giving energy to my soul, which needed it. So I didn't do that live despite wanting to share that lesson. And I'm like, I'll do it next week. And that was another lesson for me, guys. There's a saying in Spanish: no dejes para mañana lo que puedas hacer hoy. I'll translate. Don't leave for tomorrow what you can do today. Of course, right? Tomorrow's not guaranteed. We don't know what tomorrow brings. You may not be able to do it tomorrow, right? So there's that saying that we were raised with. And so um, when I didn't do my live because I was taking care of my parents' house, and then the next week, I couldn't do my live here or, a proper live because I was in Dominican Republic and I had that happen. I had those two lessons. One was, no dejes para mañana lo que tú puedas hacer hoy. Don't leave for tomorrow what you can do today. I could have done that live and given you another lesson. But instead, that lesson almost fell through the cracks because I've moved on. I've had other lessons I want to share. So, Xiang Gi Han, hello, welcome back. You hear my Dominican accent, Mona? I think I'm like all neutral when I speak, because if you heard my Dominican, porque si yo hablo español dominicano, ahí se oye mi acento dominicano. Porque imagínate, I'm going to say exactly what I said before with my Dominican accent, okay? I thought I neutralized my accent, and Mona said I had a Dominican accent. You're going to hear a halfway Dominican accent because I'm not like full Dominican in your face unless I'm playing around. So in Spanish, in Dominican Spanish, I'm going to say the same saying. Oye, no deje para mañana lo que tú puedas hacer hoy. Isn't that different? I think when I cut, I'm going to do one side by side. No dejes para mañana lo que puedes hacer hoy. Oye, no deje para mañana lo que tú puedes hacer hoy. Isn't that different? So that's funny, Mona, that you thought I had a Dominican accent in the first one. So again, translation: don't leave for tomorrow what you can do today. So as I will start wrapping this one up with a bow, being so grateful that you all have stayed for so long. Mona, thank you. Divinely timed that you have a little bit more time to be here with us, taking care of us all so well. Mr. Energy, I see you're here. Yes, be kind to whoever Mona's saying that to. Let's all be kind in a season where busy leads. Let's remember that we can still be kind in and despite and because of the busyness of this time of year. Let's put forth that smile. Let's put forth that good energy. Let's make sure that everybody around us remembers the spirit of this time of year. of being happy, of being content, of being grateful, of being kind, of being generous in heart, soul, mind. Doesn't necessarily need to be in, but just be generous with yourself. Give what you can, protect what you need to, because that's another important thing. Take care of yourselves. Take really good care of yourselves during this busy time. Take care of yourself, number one, and those around you. I'm so grateful to have had these moments with you today. Hour and 15 minutes moments. Y'all are incredible. Please take good care of yourselves. Justine, I see it. Shiva is here. Anybody who joined us, who I hope you'll join us back again next week and the following. And if I can ask you, maybe if there's a video you like of mine, just share it. I really want to be passed along. That sounded funny. I just want more people to be here and do more and be more and feel more and share more in this world. And I just want to help contribute to that effort. So, y'all, this has been a long one. I am so excited. Y'all are incredible. Y yo súper agradecida. Agradecida means grateful for you all. Nira, hello, my love. I got to talk with Nira too for a couple, like a minute and a half. Nira, I was telling everybody who, just my subs on IG, how I had a little BTS, and it was like a minute and a half, right, Nira? It's like, okay, Giovanna, you have a break. Okay, Giovanna, you're back. And you're like, okay. So if Mermaid, you're still here, that's not stressful. It's amazing. It's invigorating when you're pulled and they're like, Giovanna, we need you. You're like, yeah, I'm on. And so we love what we do as actors. And so as stressful as it can be, and some sets are more stressful than others. At Dharman, it's not stressful. I was only stressed because I had to go to 2 different ones, but I'll take it. I'm looking forward to them. All right, my gorgeous, ever so gorgeous younglings, I am going to bid you farewell for now. I love you all dearly. And y'all are incredible. Y'all are powerful, and y'all are rocking it. So I can't wait to be back with you. Bye, my loves. I'll miss you already. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. I can't believe I have to end this, but bye, everybody. Bye.